About 7 years ago, I was dating a girl. She had her art degree, bachelor's in art, and she wanted to get her master's in art. Okay, she wanted to move halfway across the country to get her master's in art. Now, I really liked this girl. Her and I probably, it was a funny thing. It's like opposites attract, right? We couldn't have been farther apart politically, but we got along. Despite that, we got along pretty well. Honestly, to this day, I would consider her the best girlfriend I ever had. But, like I said, bachelor's in art. She was going to move halfway across the country to get her master's. And one day I decided, I'm going to just kind of poke and prod and see what, I'm going to test the waters here. And so I spoke to her and I explained to her, like, listen, I'm a musician. I play guitar, drums, bass, sing, whatever. It's fun. It's one of those things I want to keep up in my life. I never want to lose it. But I don't do it professionally. For obvious reasons. It's like, I'm not this rock star. It's listen, if you want to make money in music, you gotta be... It's pretty much a part-time, pretty much like a full-time job. If you want to make money in music, it's got to be your life, and there is no guarantee that you're going to make money with it. So I tried explaining this to her, that, listen, I know you love your art, but, there's things you can learn about art online. You can go on YouTube, you can go on, forums, websites, and learn things. You could go to, I was just trying to explain to her that there are different ways of pursuing your art, the thing that you love, without having to go into debt, right? And wasting a bunch of money and going into debt and having that obligation in the future. And her argument was, no, I'm doing this now. This is my passion. This is what I love doing. And I'm like, that's great. But the thing with art is there's no guarantee of money. And so she's trying to explain it's not about the money. And I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. I understand where she's coming from. However, realistically, it's like, okay, you get your art degree and then you have a bunch of debt outside of college when you graduated. Okay, you unless you're putting out art, unless you are making connections and have this like solid network and really putting your all into it to try to, make it a living, your art degree itself is not going to pay off the debt. And I tried to explain this to her and she got really mad and she got pretty upset with me and just said, this is my life, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm meant to do. Great, okay, do it. Long story short, some months later, before she left, I broke up with her because I'm not doing a long distance relationship, and there were other things that I just figured, this is the time, unfortunately, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucked then, it sucks now, because I do miss her. I will say that. But last I heard about her from one of her friends is she's now... Last I knew, she was in the area living with her parents. Now, I'm not making fun of that at all because I live with my parents. But the difference is, I know why she's living with her parents. It's because she has to pay off the debt. And I warned her. I said, you want to do art? Like, you're not going to be able to do it when you have to work some full-time job to pay off your debt. And then you come home and you're too tired to pursue the art that you love doing so much, right? The difference between me and her is I don't have any debt. I'm saving money. Okay, it's two different situations there. And why am I talking about this? Number one, just to get it off my chest. Number two, just to warn anyone, like, stop. I know everyone's saying it and been saying it online, but it must be repeated. Stop getting useless degrees. Stop going into debt for useless degrees, because that piece of paper cannot pay your debt off. And you become a slave. You become a slave. I don't care. I have to yell it because people don't get it in their minds. Stop getting useless degrees. Stop wasting your life. Stop making yourself miserable. Think about it. Stop with your emotions. It means nothing, okay? Because you're going to regret it when you're older. You're going to regret it, and I see so many people regretting their degree. Their useless art degree, their whatever, their gender studies, their who knows what useless degree they're getting. I just, and it's a shame with this girl because I really liked her, but man, no, just no. And I knew, like, it wasn't hard to see. You know, it's like, just do the math. You can't outsmart arithmetic. You cannot outsmart basic, simple mathematics. Okay? Man, debt is slavery. Period. End of story. Can we just get that through people's heads? Whether it's a useless degree or swiping your credit card on garbage, whatever. I hate it. It drives me nuts. And I that's all I really wanted to say. Don't get useless degrees. Stop being a debt slave. That's it. So, goodbye. Have a good one. God bless. Peace.